Go out
What
there and box
about?
him up.
I got it for you. I got it for you.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
What
Let's hear it.
about Nick Diaz?
Ooh.
He's not signed on the UFC, and if he is signed on the UFC, he's not fighting, and he's been out of the game for a while, and he can
Ooh.
fight for his brother Nate Diaz
Mm.
and go ahead and knock this fool out for all this talking he doing online. Hey man, I know you're not excited to talk about this, man, but Jake versus Hugh, man, there's been a lot of talks and social media. There's been a lot of stuff on social media. Jake has followed one person on Instagram, and that person is Conor McGregor's wife.
Stop lying.
Not lying to you, man. Jake has been I'm not
Stop
lying.
lying.
He's following one person. I think it's on Instagram. Don't quote me on that. But on Instagram, he's following one person, and that's Conor McGregor's wife.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying, man. He sent out a offer to Conor McGregor for 30 million guaranteed. He said he wants to fight Conor McGregor 30 million guaranteed. He told him to sign on the dotted line. He's sitting outside smoking a cigar, talking shit.
Oh, that's okay. So look, I don't like these dudes, man. The water balloon thing was stupid. The water balloon thing was stupid. They showed up at him like they doing a drive by. Big, ain't drive money, drive. We got to go. What? So that kid YouTube stuff coming up. But first and foremost, this that's gold.
It is, man. It
I'm not.
is.
I'm.
My man following one person.
14 million followers
He's following one
following
person.
one D Devlin, bruh.
Ultimate
That's
flex on him. Ultimate flex on him. Man,
ooh,
seriously. I
that's
know I know we
good.
don't want to see this, but it is what it is. And then your boy Jake going online talking cash shit to everybody, man. He talking cash money shit to Nate Diaz. He's talking cash shit to all these other fighters and stuff like that, man. So I'm saying right now, Jake is going to get another fight. And he's going to get a fight with somebody that's probably upper echelon in the fighting world. Unless he finds one of these suckers to come up in the ring and he gets another win
He's
or
gonna
another
have to.
easy W.
He's
But I
got
know
one
you said
problem.
his mouth.
Dana White. Dana
Man,
no, okay. Dana's not gonna let Connor. Connor's back active in MMA. He's
I know.
fighting January the 23rd against Dustin Poirier, that second fight. Connor's not gonna be boxing Jake Paul anytime soon.
Oh no, no,
and
we'll
they
see.
and they know that. Now, if you look at it, Dana's not going to open up anything. Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal, any of those guys, he is not going to open up to go and fight Jake Paul. He's not. It's not going to happen.
Hey man, that's easy money
You
though.
here's the thing. So you got to be Floyd Mayweather before you can even think about him opening up the books for contracts and anything like that to happen. So therefore,
Easy money though.
let's take that off the table for a second, barring anything that's crazy's happening. And
Well,
I don't see
Dana
a
did
cash
say.
grab.
Dana did say now.
Amanda Nunez.
He said he'll send Amanda
He
Nunez to go
said that
knock his
he
ass out.
said that in jest. He said that in jest. He's not gonna do that either, and there's no commission that will allow that to happen. Now, with that being said, you have it on the screen, Jake versus who. So then who? Who has he been offered by? I'll give you one. He was offered by Yo Romero, and guess what? A little
He's
shaky.
silent. Hey, crickets. He didn't
Little,
say a word.
little shaky. He ain't say nothing.
Nothing.
So then who else that it would be? He's not going to go out there and box. But even if he goes out there and box Yoel Romero, maybe there's a scary factor that we can put into it. Won't sell, though. No one cares. He's not going to go out
No,
there and box Anderson Silva. Won't sell. No one
no.
cares. He would have to go out there and box, like, I don't know, Marky Mark, The
What
Rock. I have
what
no
about
idea.
what about Jorge Masvidal?
Again, Dana is not going to open up the books for that fight to happen.
Jorge doesn't have a fight.
It doesn't matter. He's not going to. Bruh, you really think he's going to send
Jorge
Street Jesus?
Masvidal.
You really think he's going to send. He just got that man famous. He's not going to do it.
Look, we talking about the devil versus Jesus, man. That's how we can play it. Street Jesus versus the devil.
All right, moving along. So now, because but then again, like who else would it be? You got to take UFC fighters off the book. You got to take
No,
them off the book because
Nate Diaz.
Dana is, as much as I would love to see him go out
What
there and box
about?
him up.
I got it for you. I got it for you.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
What
Let's hear it.
about Nick Diaz?
Ooh.
He's not signed on the UFC, and if he is signed on UFC, he's not fighting, and he's been out of the game for a while, and he can
Ooh.
fight for his brother Nate Diaz
Mm.
and go ahead and knock this fool out for all this talking he doing online. Cause you know how cool,
Here's the
you know
thing.
how close, you know how close Nick and Nate is, right?
Here's the thing.
One say some shit, another say some shit. The other brothers jump in. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you,
Bruh, first off, that ain't bad. Second off, it would have to be that Nate would have to get a fight in the UFC first before that would be even put on the table. Because they do it like this. Nick won't take Nate's fights, and Nate won't take Nick's fights. They won't do it. If he thinks like, no, that's my brother's fight, he won't do it. You know? Now, with that being said, Jake Paul, the last fight, weighed in at 190. I believe so.
Nick probably walking around
perfect.
at 195, man.
That's perfect for Nick Diaz. Now, with Nate Diaz, Nate would have to, in order for this to work, Nate would have to sign a fight to fight again in the UFC, and then all the hype behind that, and then that fight get put together, and then the other fight, and then it would be,
that Nick Diaz.
The Nick Diaz fight
Jake,
might not be that bad.
It's not bad at all. It won't make as much money as a Jorge Masvidal.
But no, listen to this though. It won't make as much money as a Jorge Masvidal, but it carries much more weight, because I don't know how many people you can convert over as a fan of the NBA that's like, oh, it's Nate Robinson, I'm gonna go pay to watch this. I don't know how many you converted over as a matter of like the Jake Paul making videos and was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go watch my Jake Paul because I'm bottom of the food chain kind of person. I like to see this stuff. Now, if you go Nick Diaz, then you got people like me is like, hey, Nick Diaz, that dude, I'm watching this.
Nick Diaz is crazy.
So that might convert more people, even though it won't be as, I don't know, it might get center of stage attention. That ain't bad, Bobby.
I gotta say something right now. Look. Jake Paul, if you watching this right now, which you probably won't never watch this before in your life, and if you do, it's probably be like 10 years from now when we hit it big. You need to talk shit to Nick Diaz. That's a bigger fight.
Whoa. Don't do that. Don't do that. Listen. Don't listen to that dude up there.
Talk
no.
Shit to Nick Diaz.
Do not
get you a fight.
That.
Book it. I want to see it. Book that fight.
I need you to listen to me very carefully, Jake Paul. I need you to have your manager call Nick's manager and say, hey, would it be okay if we set up a fight with Nick Diaz? I feel like it would make a lot of money. We can split the revenue.
Shit.
We can split the revenue. Listen, the fight ain't going to happen if he does that.
Why?
Because Nick Diaz is them. Look, Nick and Nate, I get it. They going back and forth, and Nate's in the game.
It's either going to happen in the ring
of on
or
site.
It's either in the ring or it's out the ring. At least somebody going to have a camera.
Definition of on site. Nick will still off on this dude at the Walmart grocery store in the parking lot. And the fight ain't gonna happen. So just call the manager and try to set it up so we can see it in the ring. Because if they show up, look, I swear, if they show up at Nick's gym throwing water balloons, he might shoot him. I swear. Them boys is crazy. That's why he showed up to Dylan Dennis, because Dylan Dennis is all quiet and stuff at the beginning, but he wants his online persona to seem more Conor McGregor-esque, but he's actually a quiet dude, so they could pick on him, They could pick on him. They run up on Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is on the tailgate getting dragged by the truck. Nah, we don't want that. He don't want them problems. He don't want them problems.
Oh, shit. He already talking shit to Nate Diaz.
I get it. Nate Diaz is a little bit different right now because Nate Diaz is in it and playing the game in order to get the
Shit.
fights that he wants. He's been
They
doing it with the
don't
Conor McGregor
they
thing
don't
and
play no
all that.
games, man.
Nick is the one that ain't gonna play no game. Nick ain't got nothing to lose. Nick will shoot you in the face. Jake Paul,
Telling me.
he will
Hey, but look
shoot you.
though. Hey, sometimes I be coming out with that fire, man.
Hey,
That
look,
Nick Diaz
that Nick
versus Jake
Diaz fight
Paul,
ain't that
man.
bad, boy.
Hey, it's a middle tier too. So if Jake actually comes out with a win, which I don't think will happen, then we may see a bigger fight from an MMA fighter coming to the boxing round. We may see a upper echelon like mid tier boxer come out and say, "I want to bust
Look, they
Jake Paul
might
in the
actually
face."
sanction that fight. They will. There's no way in hell they will ever, in the history of all anything, they would sanction Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul as an actual fight. But they might sanction an 0-0 in boxing Nick Diaz versus a, what is he, 2-0, 3-0?
Sometimes I'm a
Is
master
he
at this,
3-0?
man.
What is he?
He's 2-0. He's
A
2-0.
2-0 Jake Paul, officially
Sometimes,
on the record.
sometimes I be coming up with that
Boxer.
fight. I come up with that fire, man. I'm telling you.
Hold on, Nick Diaz doesn't have a pro boxing record.
He shouldn't, but he's a boxer though.
I get it. No. That's why it works. That's what I'm saying. Oh, well, never mind.
What?
Oh wow, that's another Nick Diaz. I'm sorry. I was like, he's 20-12 in boxing. When did he have a boxing career? That is
He had a whole career behind our back.
that is not the Nick Diaz we was looking for. Pro boxing, inactive, nickname Bad Boy. Okay, so there's a lot of Nick Diaz's. We don't know. We're just gonna assume 0-0. If someone knows the answer, y'all let me know.
The Nick Diaz I'm talking about is Nate Diaz's brother.
I know,
I'm
but
not talking about no 20-12 Nick Diaz. I'm not talking about no inactive Nick Diaz in boxing. I'm talking about Nate Diaz's brother.
I just want to know. Found it. Diaz brothers Nick
Yes?
and Nate have been known for their tremendous boxers in the UFC to train elite Stockton. Nick Diaz,
That's a
in
elite fight
particular,
right there.
has shown
That's
solid
a pay-per-view.
2-0 versus 1-0.
That's a pay-per-view.
Nick fought Alfonso Rocha in Sacramento and won via unanimous decision. While there's no footage of the bout online, here's a clip of Nick and Nate sparring. I don't care about that. So yes, he has
That's a pay-per-view, dog. That's a $50 million fight. $50 million fight right there.
he's 2-0 in boxing, Nate's 1-0 in boxing. Hey, that's a good
50
one.
million.
That's a good one. It's a good one to end on too.